Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interweb, Sebastian Envy Strong Style, Nerd Strong Style, Cinephile, Crisis. Crisis is on the forefront of the minds of so many geeks out there, notwithstanding myself, of course. So let us geek for a minute about what we know about Crisis so far, what we know about casting so far. We've gotten some news. It was coming hot and heavy for a minute. It's kind of died down now, but what we know of Crisis is, number one, Black Lightning will finally be a part of the Arrowverse proper. I mean, ever since it premiered, people have been wanting it to tie into the Arrowverse some kind of way, be it just a single person crossover, be it just Green Arrow going down there, Flash going down there, or Black Lightning coming to one of their shows. It was always written off as a logistical issue because Black Lightning is filmed in Atlanta, everything else is filmed in, Vancouver, the TV film capital of the world, I guess. But I mean, you could make it happen if you really wanted to. Some of it was attributed to the showrunner wanting Black Lightning to be its own thing for a little bit, to establish its own identity before it was brought into the Arrowverse proper, and that I can get behind. I can definitely see just wanting to take this idea and just make it whole, like fresh and wholly your own before you integrate other elements into it. I definitely can see that, so I have no issue with that. But the fact that we are getting what we wanted, and Black Lightning in the Arrowverse, in the Crisis, I read online rather, that it's going to be kind of like, at least right now, it's being talked about as a Batwoman kind of role, as Batwoman was in Elseworlds. She came in, she had some, handful of scenes, she kicked some butt. She didn't take over the show, and that's what it's looking like Black Lightning is going to do in the crossover. And I wouldn't expect him to, because, they have to touch upon so many things when we're dealing with these multiverse and all these different Earths, and we're seeing them, and we're going to probably see a lot of them get destroyed and that sort of thing. So there's not going to be time to spend on characters outside of like the main one. So I'm fine with that. But just the fact that he's going to be in there, it's cool. It just shows how big Crisis is. We also know that Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman for a generation of fans. I'm not a huge Batman fan, as I've gone on record as saying numerous times, but I do have love for the animated series. I do have love for Justice League, JLU, and just Kevin Conroy as the voice of Batman. He is like, when I read Batman comics, I hear Kevin Conroy. Like some of the more recent voices they've gotten for Batman have been like okay, but to me, just Kevin Conroy. And the fact that he's going to be in Crisis as an older Bruce Wayne is just phenomenal. We get Burt Ward back in an undisclosed role at this time, whether or not he's going to be playing a totally different character, if he's going to be playing an older, grizzled Robin, we don't know. We know Brandon Routh is going to be also as Ray Palmer, the Atom, but he's also going to be the Kingdom Come version of Superman, which is amazeballs. And of course, there were rumors and some eagerness and excitement about the idea of Michael Rosenbaum coming back to play Lex Luthor in Crisis. He went online and quickly debunked those rumors. But people connected to the show have gone on record as saying they would like to pull some Smallville alumni into Crisis. So is this a situation where he's actually on it and just can't say it, or doesn't want to say it right now? Because it's like, it reminds me of when Power Rangers Super Mega Force years back, when they did that crossover where they brought back a bunch of older Rangers from Lost Galaxy and space and that sort of thing. And I met Danny Slavin at Power Morphicon the summer that the crossover was going to happen, and been on record. At that time, it was on record that he was coming back. There's like pictures that confirmed that he was coming back, and when I asked him about it, he tried to play coy and be like be smart about it or whatever, which really annoyed me about the dude. Like, dude, I know that you're there. I've seen pictures of you being there, yet you're trying to tell me that you're not. Like, is it one of those situations where like they're still trying to fool us in that regard, or is he actually not going to be on it? I guess we'll find out. I read on one site that's kind of like, sometimes it's reliable, sometimes it seems kind of clickbaity, but they were reporting that we are going to see the Justice League in Crisis. Not the DC, cinematic universe Justice League, although there were some, I read there were some rumors about that, where they might have those characters in it. Just I'm assuming just like footage or something from the movies, um, like maybe shown up on like on a monitor or something to show like other Earths or something like that. But this report that I was seeing says we're going to see like a genuine, full-blown Justice League. Of course, they're going to be of different Earths and that sort of thing. But just the idea that we will get a Justice League proper in the Arrowverse. I mean, we all kind of look at Supergirl, Green Arrow, and Flash as the Trinity of the Arrowverse. We haven't got, and we see like the Legends, they're a group, and we see the heroes like group up and team up and stuff like that, but we don't have, they've never been called Justice League, proper. So to actually see that, to see multiple Earths, and to see just different kinds, there's just so much cameo Easter egg fun they can have with this. And I was also reading that we will finally get a John Stewart Green Lantern proper. Will we see it? I don't know. We've been teased about it for years. Even more so with the whole General Stewart thing from this past season of Arrow. Will we actually see Green Lantern with Diggle as Green Lantern? Hopefully. Again, it's like Crisis is one of those things where you can just have fun. You can play around. You just throw so many just Easter eggs and little like stuff that'll have people like rewinding their DVRs for so much time even after the episode is aired, because they just want to catch little things, be it a prop in the scene or be it a person just walking around the background. There's just so many things that they could do to it. We know that LaMonica Garrett's going to be like the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. We know that Tom Cavanaugh is going to be Pariah in it, who witnesses the worlds die. I'm assuming they'll get the dude who played Psycho Pirate back. So, I mean, there's just a lot going on. And again, I'm excited about it. And I was talking about it with a buddy of mine at the CWF TV tapings this last weekend, and we were just geeking about it for like 15 minutes about Crisis and what it could mean and what it could do. It's just a chance to, as I've said before, I'll say it again, it's a chance to reshape and just reform, renew, just the formulaic aspect of the Arrowverse shows. Crisis can come in there and just be like a scalpel, and they could just there's certain things that they could do to fix it going forth and to revitalize it, reinvigorate it. We'll find out in December, of course, when it airs, but we'll ultimately see some things, some other rumors and stuff, some set pictures once they start filming it. Which I wonder if actually in the production pipeline, when are they going to start filming it? I have to find that out, but I'm excited. It's Crisis. They've been building on it since the first episode of The Flash, and it's here finally. It's August, so we're 3 months away from Crisis. I mean, that's 4 months ish. It'll fly by. It will, because this whole year's flown by ridiculously fast. But I'm looking forward to it. Just looking so much forward to it. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on Crisis. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. What do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Look for upcoming videos. I got to talk about New Mutants and whether or not that will ever see the light of day. I don't think it will. Hopefully it doesn't, for it to further damage the property that is the X-Men, as Disney has just taken it over. And let's talk about Young Justice. I like it. It's just something is just nagging me about this season, so I want to kind of formulate my thoughts on that a little bit more before I talk about that. So we got that coming, another stop motion spotlight coming this week, and I should be getting my gear this week, my new gear. I think, maybe, possibly. Might do a video on that, just kind of my plans, my own cinematic plans for the remainder of this year, and a couple projects that I want to get to. Cheerleader Karate School, we got that comic crossover with Dusk coming very, very soon, a couple months. Working on lettering that now, so more details on that. I'll go to Denton, do a Let Us Geek with David Daub, who is the creator of Dusk, and talk about our characters crossing over. So that should be cool. Just more stuff's coming. I gotta get back on my horse, because there's no point in having a channel if you're not putting out content all the time, right? Right. Anyway, let us geek.